Tom Albani, GreaterPitching.com. Let's talk about the arm action today and the critical points and timing and positioning of the arm to throw the ball at your maximum potential. So even if you've gotten everything down from the forces of the ground up to the legs and you've got a nice powerful stride and you've got your body positioned correctly and you've braced up your front leg and you're ready to throw the ball, if your arm is up too early, if it's in the wrong position, you're probably going to get injured and you're going to lose velocity. It's more or less you just squandered everything you've worked for. So the arm action is so critical now to absorbing all of these forces that you've worked so hard to propel up the body out to release point. So what do we do here to get the arm in the right position? What do the high velocity guys do? What do the amateur guys do? Well, what we see now in the professional pitcher is we see that the arm gets up much, much later than what we were taught when we were younger. When I was younger, I was taught to reach back here or swing the arm up. I was taught two ways. Reach back or swing the arm up and show the ball to second base, which is now we know it's such an erroneous method. Both of them just will actually hurt the arm and it will reduce significantly arm speed, even if you've used all of this correctly. So let's avoid those two things. How do we avoid it? Well, what we see now is that the correct way to get the arm up is to shift the weight, break the hands after we've shifted the weight, and now when we come up here, we got the fingers on top of the baseball instead of to the side, because when we see the kids get off the side of the ball, then we see the elbow extend and the hand reach out and the hand go back this way. We want to keep the fingers on top of the ball and get this movement here. You see, this movement causes the shoulder to pull the elbow up. The shoulder and the elbow are going to be about 85 degrees in this position right here, maybe 90 degrees, tops. That's good. You want the elbow to stay flexed, not to be out here. The reason why is because later in the delivery, when you've landed the front foot and you're ready to now swing the arm up this way, let me turn here, it's easier. You're ready to now transfer this energy. The arm is going to absorb that energy quickly. It's going to swing it back and then forward. If you're out here and your elbow's too straight, then the arm's going to have a very long path to release the ball. Way too much torque and pressure on these two joints here, and it's going to increase injury. So getting the arm up into the 90 degree, keeping the arm flexed is so much better for you to get that energy transferred to the arm quickly so that you can sling it back. Now, let's talk about a couple of quick timing mechanisms here that you need to look for if you really want to get to that advanced level. The back hip, how does it relate to the arm? The back hip, when you get into leg drive and you're accelerating into foot plant and the hip starts to turn, that's when the arm now starts to come up. That's when the hand starts to come up. So that when you've released the back hip and you've fired the back hip, the hand is going to come up. And now once you've landed the front foot, what we want to see is the arm about 55 degrees. This part right here, we don't want to see a high cock yet. High cock's going to come once we've really braced up and we've pushed back. That's when the arm is going to sling back quickly and it's going to catapult forward. So that's the critical timing of the back hip and the front foot. So once again, back hip is going to fire. As the back hip begins to turn and fire, the front hip, the hand is going to come up, and it's going to create this movement where we're getting the body to move in two different directions. That's what's going to give you that great hip to shoulder separation. It's going to keep the shoulder back. It's going to keep the hand where it needs to be. And then as the foot plants and drives the body back, now you're going to get that good rotation back 180 degrees. So if I'm standing this way, as the hip turns, the hand comes up. As the foot plants, it now pulls the arm all the way back because it's absorbing all those forces into 180 degrees, and now it's going to fly forward. So these are the key elements you want to look for. Stay away from reaching back this way. Stay away from turning the hand and pulling the arm back here. The longer the arm, the longer it takes to get into external rotation, and then the longer it takes to get to internal rotation. You get the elbow way out in front of the trunk. Very bad for the elbow. UCL damage right there. Okay? The longer the arm action, the slower it takes to get the energy to the arm. So you're not going to get that nice sling back, that roll back, and then that forward speed. Okay? So I hope that helps you out. Take a look at the back hip. Take a look at when you brace up the front leg. Where is the arm? Very, very critical. Okay, see you next time. Take some of that information, and I hope you can apply it and improve yourself.